Okay, we're back again for the lunch PM session. Um, let's see if it gives us some possibilities. If not, if it keeps on being low probability, I'll just start working on the Discord channel. I'm sort of hoping that lunch might give a better opportunity, but I think we'll know pretty quickly. So let's give it a bit of a go, and then we just look. Now. Gold might already have is on its way up, but just let's have a look. If it's really still, it just moves in a way. It's just really not very. It's not very easy to trade. Uh, let's see if it retests the N walk. We do have the gap still above us. Now it doesn't have to go into the gap, right? The opening range gap. It could leave that for many, even weeks. But let's look at gold on the higher time frame, right? Now what do we have here? Let's go to the daily here. Let's go to the weekly first. I do want to check. I haven't checked the monthly for a while. Let's quickly, because we're at the end of the month as well, so that might give us some information. Normally I always do that. Start to get used to. Okay. Here we go. We have a small little gap here at 3887. Oh, I like that though. I'm going to mark that little one. I don't think we're going to get there for this month anymore, but it's good to have that little gap here. It's a monthly gap, so that's interesting, right? We do have a. I'm not gonna mark it because we've got an end walk there anyway. Just have to remember the 3887. Okay, let's quickly go to the weekly again. Yeah, so we're in this weekly fair value hit, but we've got this end walk at this event horizon exactly at the midpoint. That is just too juicy to not go there, right? Let's go to the daily quickly again. We've got those equal lows here, and we have been rejecting now exactly in this level, right? So I like to see that. That is to be expected. So how the hell does this happen? So this is okay. I like this behavior. So we had a rejection in this, and we're going up, and then we are going back down. On the lower time frame, we might have a fair value gap here. I guess we'll have a look. See if we actually did or not. But maybe it's too much. Okay. So you see that when you only look at the 4 hour, it's hard. You just see this, right? You do see a little gap here. It's a lot of, it went below the inversion. But on the 4 hour, this is a rejection block, right? Or on the daily, I'm sorry. On the daily, this is a rejection block here. We just tapped into it and then we moved up. So I'm not convinced about the move up as to be solid. And let me check on if we have S&T as well. I don't be surprised we don't have. And what did I mark here? This is a daily fair value gap. I just want to check if I have graded it correctly or have not graded it, but sometimes I just need to double check because it's been there a while. Sometimes it moves a little bit, so I just want to make sure it's properly, yes, it's properly done. So yeah, this definitely has my interest for today. So I'm actually thinking of getting into a short on gold. Let's see if we tap into this beautiful N walk. See, we do tap into this other inversion. Is this right? This was an inversion. Check. I think Yeah, this is the version of the higher time frame. Okay. Well, anyway, take it to the 4 hour. I just want to have a higher time frame on just to make sure. I think it's important because this is the 4 hour. Exactly, this is the 4 hour. Actually, it's a little bit lower, like this, but because of the candles that are into it, I just made it a little bit smaller. But this is technically the original inversion. Okay, and yeah, go here. Now we can grade it to see how it's behaving in it. I also go over NQ, and if price action is just staying very low probability, we'll just not make it too long. You never know that lunch might give a nice opportunity. Um, I'll go to the 1 hour quickly to see if we can see any logic. No. I like to see that if we stay below the 50%. So we do have we might not even make it all the way to the end walk because the 50% of that inversion is right over here. So that I guess it just has to do. Yes, and be satisfied with that. Okay, so that's gold. Now what happened to you, my friend? Let's get you to the 3 minute. Okay, so here we go. Now also we took out a little bit of, did we create an equal high? We didn't even go into this inversion, did we? Or in this rejection block. Okay, let me just check the highs. Very low probability. The high is 13. What is your high? I guess you're 13 too. 13.2. So this one is a little bit high. So this did take out this low. Let me see. Yeah, 30. So technically it went into this wick. So it could be enough. But then again, it's very low probability. But this could be enough for it to make another low. I just don't see it. You would think this is a bullish structure, but on the 4 hour, it just looks so weak. It just looks very weak, right? We just didn't go even at 50% of this inversion. Yes, it's a wick, but it doesn't look very strong. But let's see. It might just go up a little bit more. It might even go up all the way, but we'll see. We're not going to do anything until we have confirmation in some way, either in time and some setup that really, what's going on. Here we go. Here we go. We're just going to see how things are going, right? No rush and no pressure at all. We just, So I'm watching for a short actually for gold into this area and preferably to the event horizon. Why? Because that's what it does normally when you have two end walks, and especially on Monday and Tuesday, that's very typical behavior. And also this is the gradients of a daily wick. And we didn't even, went into the quarter and the 1/3 level and even the midpoint. And this is still the event horizon here. So let's see. Preferably, I would love it to tap into this level, but on a day like this, I guess this becomes a rejection block, and then it doesn't have to go all the way up, and then we have liquidity for the next move up when it goes lower, and then so what time is it? 12:26. And what's NQ doing? Yeah, NQ is just going up. And now it's ready to go down a little bit. High time. Now this is hard to trade, right? If it goes up, it's really hard to enter. Why don't I have any model here populating this? What's going on? Where's my lunch model? I don't have a model. That's weird. What happened to my model? Sure. table. That's new strike. I thought lunch was a model now as well. Must be wrong. This is 10. Yeah, normally there's a lunch model as well. So we're just gonna, I'm just gonna keep an eye on both of them, and the one that gives some solid, like some normal price action, like, hey, I'm going to the gap. You see, both of them are going sort of like not going to the gap, but original console. Let's say if we make a market maker buy model, this is the original consolidation. You could go back into the 953 to this area again. It's just like stalling time, right? Back to 10 o'clock. Back to the 9:30. Where's the 9:30? Oh, it's right over here. Of course. Where's the? Of course, it's where the opening range gap is, my love. You should know that. And then the 8:30 is here. Technically, if you have a market maker buy and sell model, it always goes back to the original consolidation, right? So let's say it doesn't go all the way back to the. Let's say it's like fizzling out. I'm just keeping an eye on gold as well. Say we have a. Let's say this is the. Consider this the. Let's see the OTE. Let's check if we have any logic here. See if this area is interesting as well, because now if we consider this, what is the OTE? Okay, gold is sort of like moving to the downside. Let's go quickly to gold. Yeah, I think I'm gonna enter on a short here, but I'm still not. I'm looking at the higher time frame next to it, right? So my TP will be. This might be a little bit of a longer trade. I'm going to enter on my. Now I'll just. It's 12:30. I like this move to the downside. Look at the 4-hour here. It didn't go over the 50%. It looks so weak. I'm still not in my other account. I'm still getting a little bit of, giving myself a little bit of room. But I do like this trade. But it's not ideal because it did not tap into that end walk. But does it have to? It could reject from this as a rejection block. This could be a reject. I'm on the 3 minutes here. So let's go to the 1 minute quickly. Took out liquidity. Yeah, I'm getting in. I'm just gonna. I've got my order filled. I need to put my stop loss here. And I've been aiming this area for such a long time now that I'm sort of like, okay. It's a bit of a risk here, though. Here you see. Let's see. I'm still not. I'm not. Yes, there's a wick here, but there is so much more liquidity down there. We tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap. This really doesn't fool me. I think I'm just not. I love rejection blocks. I love these longer wicks if they perform as reject. I always use them, as you can see. I always grade them, but I'm just not convinced that this is a proper rejection block now and will function as such. So I might still be wrong because, again, this is sort of like bugging me a little bit, this end walk. But on the other hand, Let's see. Yeah, see, it does not. I don't like it too much. Maybe should I wait? 12:32. Yeah, it's too good. I think it's really going up to that end. Well, I'm just gonna see how it reacts here at this level. It pulls back. So I see if it goes over this, if it creates an inversion. Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm out. Okay, out. Order filled. Out. Because this is too bullish now. Still. Yeah. Gosh, this is not a. But then again, I'm still not convinced in this area. So it might just go to this end walk. We'll see. Very low probability. Everything is low probability at the moment. It's low probability, but we can take one or two stabs. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. We can do that without being degenerates, right? Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, I've got some tea. I just had a quick bite and made some mint tea. Always nice to. The only thing is that when I drink my tea, my glasses will be. That's something I always have to think about when I'm. You know, this price action is so fickle. It's just hard to really trust. And I'm still bearish on gold, just a little bit. Now let's quickly have a look at NQ. We'll get it. I mean, the lunch should. Well, I can't say with confidence, but I do think that we might get a nice trade somewhere. What do you do? So funny. Let's quickly have a look at. Anyone did any? I mean, I can ask, but I don't think. I actually hope that no one took a lot of trades today. But if you do have a winning trade, I would love to know. For some reason, I have some issues with my. I always have my YouTube on another computer, but it says it's illegal activity. But on my other computer, I'm allowed to open my YouTube, so I have no idea what's going on. Really weird things going on. But anyway, so I might miss this. If I miss a chat because I just don't have it on a screen that I can. Because it's actually behind the screen that I use for trading, so I might not react as fast as I normally do. So my apologies for that in advance. I'll do check once in a while so I don't miss. But I might miss the initial question and it might take a few minutes before I read it. Okay, again, I said I was going to NQ, so let's do that because you just need to look at that. It's just always like, okay, now let's see. What are my levels? I think NQ is around this area that I thought it would start reversing a little bit. Let me double check. Are we in a reverse? Yeah, I think NQ is ready to start going a little bit to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised. Could be a good hmm, nothing wrong with this level. Could be a potential reversal area, at least retracement. I'm keeping one eye on gold because I really don't want to miss that gold trade. Okay, well, let's see. If we do get a body close over, let's see, 911.50, 911. So 911.50 is a very crucial area. If the body starts going over that again, then it will continue higher. But if we keep rejecting here, I think we're good. We're good to go to the downside. Did I measure it correctly? Yeah. Okay, 911. So 9. I think that's easy to remember, I guess. For all those that are a little bit older among us, we all know that. Well, I don't even think you have to be older because 911 is also an alarm number, right? The US and stuff like that. Okay, let's see what else do we have. I want to check on SMT on gold. Oh, SMT on. Oh, look at gold going up. I'm just going to let it go up. Did we have SMT at 11? Gold and silver. No SMT. No, you see that there was no SMT, so I still think we're going low. No, it's just going up to go down. But hey, in days like this, you never know. And let's check ES. So now, let's check. Well, there's nothing really to SMT. Yeah, just with another candle, another 15-minute candle. We can check. What time is it? 12:30. Okay, at 45, I will check again because I want to check the 15-minute candles. Those can give a lot of information, especially around this area, that 911 area, which is very significant to me. That might be a nice short on NQ. But let's see at 9:45. Let's see if we get SMT. We want SMT. We want SMT. We took out 2 candles. We want SMT. We're not going to take any trade without SMT today. We need that extra confirmation, especially today. Especially on days like this, you need that extra bit because it's just shitty price action. It sucks. Price action is shitty today. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it's I was hoping that it would be a little bit better, to be honest. In all honesty. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but it's okay. I mean, we cannot always have what we want. Now, what's happening? Oh, interesting. ES has the 27th of October, 12 o'clock wick is still higher than this 12:30 wick. So, and Q was already higher. So technically we have already SMT. If both are continuing to the downside, we can consider 12:45 SMT level. Then I would think almost that we might get an interesting 12:50 lunch macro, and we might be setting ourselves up for a short. Let's see one more time, double checking. Yes. So technically, let's see, but the body has to stay below 911.50. That's important on NQ. Maybe we should focus on NQ for the short, and then I think later, let's see what gold is now sort of like going to the upside. I guess that's a good one to do. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Anyone is there? Yeah. So gold. I'm just going to let it run to the upside. But I think we might get SMT on NQ. We'll check at 11:45 if we have a solid move to the up. We might get some volatility to the downside after the and then Nasdaq. You see, it's exactly this one here. And 1150, what did I say? 11. We don't want to see a body above this level anymore because that's an important level. I guess we can take this high here. So if the body, we don't mind wicks, but if 1145, we don't have any body. I might enter, okay, this is a paper trade I'm going to put on now. I have not entered on my live account or my evaluation. I'm not playing my live account, by the way. Hell no. Hell no. But let me just frame this trade. And I will enter in the macro on my evaluation. I need a little bit more, but just frame, because I journal my paper trades just as if a normal trades, because that's how I learn how to improve my executions and my stop loss placements. Because sometimes that is for me, or sometimes I really need to stop loss. 1175 was my, and I'm going to put it just above because it invalidates the trade for me. So why am I not putting it above the wick? I don't want it to be higher than midpoint. Now the TP, oh shit, I wasn't done that properly. See, I haven't been looking at in Q extensively. We've got 888. Now ICT has taught us to look at what has been created after 10 o'clock. What's the low in this case? Because we want to look for a low, right? So what's the low? What's 10 o'clock? Where is 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Okay, so this is the lowest low after 10 o'clock. So he would say this would be your TP. Now I think that's a little bit low, and I see we're going up. But let's see if I'm not in a trade. This is only a paper trade. But let's see if it stays below the 1175. That's important. And then if it's half a minute, then we have it's 45, and then the new 15-minute candle starts, and then if we are going down now, then we have SMT with ES, and it's exactly this candle here. This SMT. We're almost there. 5 seconds. If we have SMT, I'm getting in. Oh, we have SMT now. Yeah. I just want a little bit more confirmation. I want to see something like a little bit more candle going down. Now, no, I'm not moving it. That's my if I have a larger move. So, okay, ICT says that the low that has been formed after 10 o'clock is the low that the lunch macro will refer to. Now, that is these two. But I think it's really, yeah, we got it. Okay, I'm in. I need that confirmation. But I still don't trust it, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to put Sandal. So we have SMT, TP. These equal lows are very juicy. It's a beautiful trade if it works out. So technically, where did I get in? Hold on. Okay. So this is using the SMT with ES and just another fib level that I used to calculate it with. But hey, it's very tricky. Let me just got in here. My stop is here, and this is my T. Let's see if it's going to work out. I think so. Oh shit. I'm going to check one more time if I did it correctly with the SMT guys. I just want to make sure they're not making any mistake. I really don't want to make a mistake on that. SMT 1230, we took the high of the 12 o'clock candle, and did we do that? Yeah, correct. Okay, yeah, correct. So I just want to make sure that ES does not take it out now. And so ES is sort of like going up a little bit. So I really want to see that downward movement on ES to make that a valid SMT. It will invalidate it, obviously. ES is sort of like moving up to the upside a little bit. So that invalidates the trade a little bit. Yeah. $12.48. Well, let's see. Still valid until ES does not go over that level. It's valid. It is invalidated until ES goes over. ES sort of like looks like it wants to go up, so then it's just sort of like a six sister, right? Yeah. Well, let's see. Macro starting. Ooh, I'm getting out. Ooh, no. Oh shit! You know what I did, guys? I entered on GC. I entered on the wrong screen. I was just like, what? I'm like, there was just a pop up, and it was on GC. And okay. It was a stupid mistake. It was just micro GC, but still. I wasn't on MNQ. I was on MGC. But anyway, it's not really going down, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll be stopped out. That's okay. Let's see if I get stopped out. And I'll just have to journal it. That didn't work. What time is it? 12:50. Oh, let's see. I like it if it 12:50, if it's exactly 12:50 and the first two candles are upward candles and it rejects. Like, see, I like it now if it goes into this wick and rejects in this wick. That means it's using this wick as a rejection block. And that still validates my the short. Still did not invalidate the short idea yet. Let's see, because that's why I put my stop above them. Now it could go all the way into the wick and still reject there, but we'll see. We still have SMT. Let's see if SMT is still valid or is it? But no, it's not. We should have already get a move away from it. But it's so low probability. But it's still not invalidated. Oh, it's invalidated. Yes, because ES already went over it. It's invalidated anyway. It's no SMT anymore. Invalidated by. Yeah, I'm going to let myself stop out. It's invalidated. Normal SMT. Stop out. How many points? 10. What time did ES take it out? I'm gonna journal that very quickly. 12:45 candle. Okay, 12:45 candle. And stop that. Yes, okay. That quickly. What are you doing? Oh, okay, here we go. Stop. Take this. Okay, so so my 12:45 was not a valid ST. That got validated. Back to the upside. Like I say, it's low probability, but hey, sometimes you just have to take a step, right? And we are above the 911 level. So why is my model not populating? Something's wrong. There's a lot of information as well. There we go. I missed you. Okay. Now, it's along to this area here. We're rejecting off this, but I cannot trade this. I just cannot go. I think it's just low probability, and I think we might wait just a little bit longer, but Anyone in a trade? Does anyone took that trade in a good way? Anyone in that trade? Or in a gold or NQ trade? I find it really difficult, guys. I mean, for me, it's I really can't frame a good trade. I tried. I thought we had SMT, but we did not. So now it's going up, but because it's going up, it's just not really. It doesn't really retest anything. So I'm still waiting for a retest of anything. Just I'm hoping maybe we're going to go. Let's see if the ICT logic applies to gold. If this is the, I think that's a high. I mean, it might be solid long. Okay, so this is the high that has been printed after 10 o'clock. So if you apply ICT logic, this, we had a good, give us a read, you go back into the OTE range, and then we go back, we go again, take some other liquidity in the 12:30 run, and then this should be the high that it's going to be taken out during the lunch, during this macro. So if you want to take a gold trade, I think that's a bad gold. Let's take it. I'm just going to do paper trade for now because I took a lot in L just now. TP is just going to be here. Y, stop loss. We just make it 1-to-1 because it's a quick scale. We're using the macro. This is the ICT logic. He says any high that is created above and after 10 o'clock, the first one will be used in the lunch macro. Well, we have the lunch macro now, the 12:50 to 1:10, and we're on our way to the upside. Normally we retest. We haven't had a proper retest of the N-roll. You see all these wicks here, but it doesn't. It goes out and it did not retest here. So this is a very interesting point. I'm not in it. I'm just now, because it's very low probability, I just want to see. I do journal it as if it's a real trade, but then again, I know next time, okay, you know what, I have to enter. Where do we have our first Future opportunity. You see, you have hardly any fair value gaps, right? Let's see. It's only a paper trade, guys. I don't trust it at all. But the logic says that we go back to the original consolidation. If this market maker buy model, sell model, buy model, it's a mini one. We should take out this high during this lunch macro. Why? It's the first one created after 10 o'clock. ICT has a video on that. And plus, it's time we have a retest of the. I believe we should go. Well, not, yeah, I want to say we should go further back down, but if we would hit this level here, I wouldn't be surprised if we go back down into the range, back to the event horizon, which is the midpoint between two N walks. So this is one N walk, and then we have another one further down, and then the midpoint is right over here, which happens to be also a quarter level of a gradient of a wick, which is also one of ICT's amazing lessons that he gave. Okay, let's see if we still have 10 more minutes in the macro. I'm not in it, but I do think it's a valid trade. I'm just thinking, should I? So the macro is still running. Retest. We've got a buy side liquidity here. Went to the upside. So in even low probability, you can find a trade. But then again, this was the inversion retest at 12:34. Boom. And then you take it up to the lunch macro. I think this is the only, if I would really look at the price action, right? It's all wiki here. I would not really. This is still for me a little weird, but maybe this one should have been it. We've got a low. Exactly 12:30. Beautiful time. Look here, beautiful inversion, or actually BPR. Not well, it's an inversion as well, right? Then retest, because you want you need a retest of something, and then you just take it up to. And because the N walk is here and it hasn't been touched on the way down, we need the retest of the N walk. Maybe for continuing. Once it starts running into the N walk, everything changes, right? But well, let's see. We still have 10 more minutes in the macro. Are you going to do it in this macro? No, I normally don't do 1-to. I try to stay away from 1-to-1s technically because I don't like that. It's too risky for me. But hey, but I don't mind 1-to-1s if price action is a little bit faster, right? And if you have more, if it's just not so low probability like it has been. I do take them, especially if you're near a high time frame PD array. You have so many things lining up and so many confluences, then I don't mind taking it, but not here, because who knows, it's going to slam down, and then take it in the next macro, right? Or maybe in the 1:30 to 2 o'clock run, things like that. So what I'm doing now, for example, what I journal is, at what time did it take out this high, and did it go back into the N walk, right? Because when we were on this morning, we said, oh, we want a retest of this N walk, and it didn't give it to us. So it's sort of like a delayed. It goes a little bit down, and then it just does this, and then let's see what it does afterwards. If it starts going back down, I'm not really interested. But if it starts going back up, it's a little bit low. I don't know what to do then. We'll see. Well, I'm happy to see that there's some people joining, because I thought, oh my god, people probably have gone away with this stupid price action. But I'm happy to come back, and I love these lunch PM sessions, to be honest. I think if I have to choose I like the PM AM session as well, but I think I really have to choose with a gun to my head, I would say, okay, let me just do the lunch PM session. I have the most fun. in the lunch PM session, streaming it. So I think I'm going to leave them. I think it's, I will not. But then again, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm just 2 months in, so I really like them. I really, really like them. Maybe London has to go then, and AM, PM. We'll see. But I like London as well. Hey, what happened here? But anyway, oh, look, we hit it. Yay! We hit it. Thank you, finally. So it happened in the lunch macro. Thank you. It was just a paper trade, guys. I took an L just now, little one, but still an L. So I always try not to go straight back into a trade and just, you know, it's low probability. But then again, and it was a 1-to-1. That was, if it would be 1-to-2, if I had better risk reward, I would have taken it maybe on my other account. But hey, for me, time is very important. Now what I do is like I mark the time, okay, the macro, and I'm also thinking about the ICT video. Like, okay, he always said like after 10 o'clock, you know, the first high that is created in this situation, that's your draw liquidity. And it seems to be working today on a low probability day. So, and again, let me just go over the trade, how I should have taken it if I was not looking at NQ. We took out liquidity here. We had a beautiful wick here, and then we created this BPR, and it was this retest at 1234. That would have been my entry. Well, 1234, I consider that an entry as well, because you can consider the 20 to 40 also as runs, right? So if you have this retest in this time and it starts running, that's all good. And then you don't mind this consolidation, and then you get the continuation in the macro. So, and this retest of this candle went into this inversion, right? I don't know if we can call it an inversion. I guess so. Mark it. I always have to mark them. You see this here? We want a retest of something. This was a proper retest. And then in this scenario with this retest of this area, you know, it cannot go lower because this is a balanced price range for now, right? Okay, now let's see if we can get a short. Let's see if we can, what time is it? 1:05. Okay, it looks like it wants to go into the N-walk, right? And we are above the 50% of the inversion on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Okay, so we might go higher. It sort of like invalidates my short again, but we'll see. I might not be able to get into a proper trade, and I'm just starving for crypto. Fellow Dutchie, yes, of course I remember you. I watched back your stream and I implemented first percent. Did you watch my short, or did you watch my? I'm actually, yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear if it. And are you implementing it on crypto, or are you implementing it on the NQ and the gold? Hey, listen, if you want me to go over the settings and over the specifics, I'm more than happy to do so, because I want to make sure you use them correctly. But tell me first, are you using them on crypto, or are you using them on the indices? Good to see you back. Hey, by the way, guys, did I put the Discord? We thanks to Eugene. He helped me out to set up the Discord. It's still in the beginning stages, but I thought sometimes we just need to communicate and share some documents, and we talk about something exactly like starting for crypto. If I want to go over the, you know, the first percent fair value gaps, you know, I would say, listen, let's do a session afterwards. And let me get into it if you know, if we don't get into it on the stream. So that's the reason I already yeah, it's like a roadmap. It's like a bloody roadmap. It's a cheat code. But so the Discord has started already, but just in order for us to be able to communicate a little bit faster, and because I can only broadcast here, but I cannot give you any documentation and stuff like that. Oh, I'm very interested then in to talk to you about that, because I am in crypto, but I don't day trade it. But I would love to know if it works and which ones are very valid. So let me share if anyone is interested. But hey, it's not populated as much as I would like to. But it's just for you guys are all the OGs who are here, and I have a lot of ideas, but we'll start slowly, because I didn't even think that things would go so fast as they're going now, with the sense of community that I already feel with you guys. So. Oh, you used the four, yeah. So that's a very interesting. Let me touch on that. Let me just. So you can use any time frame, and the thing is that there's also a weekly. You can also use it on the weekly. You can use it on the monthly. It's the first presented of, because time is fractal, right? Let me just pin this. If anybody wants, just feel free to hop in, and but we'll have some live sessions outside YouTube as well, to go over specific topics and whatever you guys want, right? It's about what you guys. Yeah, it just gives more flexibility. Entry is lower time frame, yeah. So, but the 4 hour, but especially if you use them on the 15-minute, 5-minute, or even other time frames, but you see they'll change, right? But yeah, what times which one do you use? Do you have any specific ones? So now let's see if NQ is going into the if it's going into the walk. Wow, that took me a long time to think about that word. I use a 5-minute presented fair value gap of the 4 hour. That is interesting. So I think you're giving it your own. That is very interesting. That is, I like that. Okay, you see, I like this, guys. What time is it? So we're rejecting now of that N walk. So that means the short on. Now we have to. We're only going to enter if we have SMT. That's the only thing you can. I'm almost feel weird to say, but I think that's the only thing you can really trust on a day like this. Let me check. Silver. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we have to wait till 1/4 past. Okay, we have to wait. GC. Okay, so GC took out the former candle with quite a bit of, but silver has been the sixth sister a little bit. So, I took it out as well. So no SMT. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's annoying. It is annoying. They both took out the previous candles. Damn it. I don't want to trade. I just don't want to get in anything without any SMT now, because everything is so low probability. It is low probability. It is low probability. So then I trade for the 4-hour OHLC. Interesting. I really like that idea. So you actually give your own spin, and you make it work because you're not using the times, but you use it how really higher time frame. But you're just using the fair value gap, and you just manage to now to see the ones that are more significant on the higher time frame, and then you look for. Do you look for PD arrays within those areas on the lower time frame? Do they have to be in the fair value gap of the higher time frame fair value gap? Is that what you're doing? I really like that idea. I think it's like a bit of the fractal. It becomes a little bit of the fractal model that what T trades has then. A little bit different, but I think I'm not sure if I can say that. But okay. Oh, I'm getting my hands are itching to get into a short, guys. Wait, I should have taken it. What time is it? So I call it ping pong Monday, ping pong Tuesday when we have. This is the behavior that I want to see. That is, we have this end walk, and then we have this event horizon, which is the midpoint between this end walk and this one. Now on Monday and Tuesday, you tend to see a lot of the times, especially when it hits an end walk, it will go to this level now. But I just cannot let this one go, guys. This is so typical. Yeah, I like it because we're under beneath the 50%. The bodies are now below. Yeah, I'm not yet in my other trade. I'm just gonna put it up. But this is, as you can see, I don't have high conviction for today, but this, I might get in. I need just one or two more extra confluences. So my TP will stay the same, but my risk reward will change a little bit on my, if I do enter on my evaluation, it will be a little bit different, but my TP will be the same. This might take the whole afternoon to get here. But why do I have confidence? Because this level lines up exactly with the level of a higher time frame PD array, and it's also on the daily wick, which ICT has taught us, and it's exactly it was another level I can't remember of this afternoon, but let's see. So the only thing that might differ is my risk reward a little bit, but let's see. I'm not in any trade now. This is just, is it cheating just to see? Not really. I'm just actually, if I get in here, I need to find another. So now this trade is 6. I mean, that's pretty awesome, but I'm not going to make that today. If I get it in, it will be to find another entry. What am I waiting for? Let me go to my other screen for GC. I need to have. I need some other. I need backup. I need my DTT. Okay, so what am I going to use then, guys? If I miss this trade here, we have a retest here. No, it's almost. This is so beautiful. Where's my trade here? Why is my trade not showing? I think I'm getting in this trade because where's there no trade here? Okay, I'm still not in. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I guess it's a separate area. Yeah. Okay, I'll miss it and I'll give another entry on this one. It's okay because I don't want to rush it in, but I think it's going to be a good trade. Why am I no? Where's my TP? Okay. Oh, okay. It mimics it. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna wait, and I'll show you why. Because I know it will lower my risk reward, but still a long way down, right? This. I'm gonna wait until this area and see what it does. So then I'm going to enter. I'm gonna, because I missed it. Like this was, I should have gotten in here with my stop loss here. I did not. I'm very confident about the trade. Let me be honest with you guys. I missed a very good entry, but it's okay. It's a good way for me to practice also. Okay, what do I do if I'm late to the party? I'm okay with this. I know it's going to go. I'm very confident in this trade. Um, I'm going to use this as my premium discount, these root candles. So that's why. But because it's stacked means it's a warning sign. Like, listen, be careful. It might be consolidation here. So I'm going to watch it now. What it's going to do here. But I like this. Oh, I like this trade. It's a beautiful trade that works out. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You are beautiful. You are so beautiful. 11-hour trade. On paper. But hey, listen, guys. If you have it on paper once, you have it on paper twice, you have it on your account the next time. So no, everyone, if anyone ridicules paper trading, and it's a difference between paper trading, back testing, and paper trading in live, because sometimes when I feel exactly the same emotions on live because I journal it the same way, and it's how I improve my trading and my mainly my execution and my stop loss and things like that. And I don't really care about anyone who says something about it, because I don't backtest anymore in the way that I used to. This is mainly my way of backtesting, because but the most important thing is that you journal it and that you go over, especially your losses. Your losses are most important. You have to journal your losses, even more important than your winnings, because that's where your growth is. Um, um, but I'm going to, even though if it's going to go down and I miss this, also that's something I want to train. Like, okay, what if I miss part of the move? But I have confidence. Like, how do I find a good entry again with still solid risk reward? Now, obviously, if this is going to work out, it's 8.36R. I mean, you can easily find a trading, but you still want to have a good one that has a normal logic behind it, that I want to be able to explain, like I can explain this trade. Why was it a long? Okay, it was the 10 o'clock high, and we told IFT, he says, one, if the high create blah, 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 we have an N walk, we want a retest of the N walk, so then you can get a short from there because we have a retest of the N walk. I want the same trade to the downside. Now I missed this move, for example. How am I going to frame my next move to take it to here, right? When you miss this one. So let's find it. Now, technically, what I would like to see is a retest again of a fair value gap. So because we had some displacement to the downside and it created some form of, I just want to see how it reacts in this area here. I'm getting in this trade. I mean, we still have a long way down. It's going to be, okay. Now, this is to be expected. Now, what is the 1202? The stack that can, so it's all 1 minute candles. What you see here are root candles. DTT uses these root candles, and you see they work. They are just they are algorithmically very powerful. And it's just because the algo refers back to this time continuously, and they work in conjunction with each other. This morning there was a beautiful trade between two. The one that was from London session, the 658 and 312. They worked together, and there was, you could, well, it was in the weird opening, you could see them, the 312 went back to the 658 and back and forth, because we had sort of like seek and destroy in the morning, right? Let me see here, 1202, this is the 12, so this line is 1202, my favorite. I love the 1202. Because we got the BPR here, for me it's important that it really goes through this BPR. I want to see if it's weak, that it goes through this level. And then I have conviction. And then we have a rejection block here. So what does it mean, rejection? If we go into it, are we going to go back up? Or are we just going to really go down? Um, where was the, uh, just see, way bullish. Am I too, am I, yeah, and you know what? The only thing that this is beautiful trend line liquidity created for, okay, if we're not, hmm. Well, let's see. Like I said, you can spin it both ways, right? But this is such a bullish structure. Right. Oh, well, let's see. We'll see. Wow, the first percentage for value gap was the missing piece. I don't use any other PDOs besides CSI. You know, and this is what I like about. Okay, so it was. Yeah, I thought so. I love TT. I love that guy. He knows his business, and you know what I like about what I'm hearing from you, starving for crypto, is that ICT teaches some things, but it's like a building block, and you have to make it your own. And some things are really precise, but I do believe that he gives something, but you have to, if you understand what it actually does, you can use it in a different way. And that's how I also have been using some things, and I apply different things like time and add some different things and make your own trading style a little bit. And that's what um, yeah, so that's how I see it, and that's why I love to get more information, because it helps me as well look into stuff and figure things out and make it my own a little bit. Yeah, but that's interesting. I'm really interested. Hey, listen, join the Discord, and I would love to go over some crypto charts in the Discord. Because hey, listen, I want to start day trading some crypto because I'm long term in it, but I'm also interesting to start doing, just have one little bag, and which I also day trade in. Oh, gold is going up now. Yeah, so it's too bullish, I think, to go down, right? Mm. Interesting. But yeah, I would love to, if it works, I would love to if you could want to showcase it, how you're using it, because it might help other people as well. Because I have what I did, I made old tabs as well for crypto, forex, because not everybody wants to trade NQ, or they like to go over a different kind of instrument. So hey, if you're up to it, I would love to invite you to show me. I mean, I'm very interested actually, but maybe other people too. So yeah, I guess there are more people that trade crypto as well. So because I'm struggling with crypto, like what are the times are different, right? The opening and the close, and some I would say some things are just different because some levels are different. So oh, I'm in the red. Okay, good. I'm not in a trade. See, it's good to. Hey, what's going on? Mhm. Oh, I see someone subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, nice. So that was good that I waited, right? You see those levels, those root candles, how strong they are, how strong the 1202, and this is exactly it just bounced off. So that was a good. Okay, I'll be stopped. I'll journal it. I need to journal that. I want to be stopped out because then I journal it properly. Now, in all honesty, guys, if I would see this, I would not let it run back all the way here, because this is very strong. You can see Okay, let me give you some DTT other information. This is the equilibrium, so you can use this as, did we touch it? No, we did not. See, that's why it's so low probability. We did not hit that equilibrium exactly. I'm still not convinced though, but I think just, take me out, please. Oh, that sounds weird. I would prefer not to be taken out, by the way. It would be awesome if it just rejects here. That means my stop loss placement was pretty awesome. That's why I don't take it out, because sometimes you don't get taken out and then, okay, my stop loss was actually in a good place, but that's going to be taken. Why? It's equal. It's equal highs. And, maybe not, but I don't see this as a, see, there we go. Yeah, there we go. But this is a very beautiful 1235 root candle has done its job. So we went back into the 1235. That was a beautiful entry. 120 fair value gap. Yeah, it was. I mean, come on. How could I miss that? Back to 10 o'clock. This is a market maker buy model, right? And we're at the. This is too beautiful. Like I said, this is trend line. We've just been creating this trend line liquidity all morning. All morning. 42, 42. And this is, the BPR, like I said, you have all this indication actually that is bullish, and then this is an actually beautiful, beautiful. So the short was from here to here, and the BPR, this is just very strong bullish price action. Well, let's see. Do we have an N walk above us? Yes, we do. Okay. Okay, 130. Yeah, it's gonna run. It's gonna run to the upside. We're inside the fair value gap. It's gonna run. We're gonna get an injection, volatility injection, right over here. Another one here, here. Let me quickly check the Q. Quickly check the Q. Quickly check the Q. If I miss, the thing is, if I start missing trades, I used to feel really bad about that. But then if I'm always like late or something, I'm like, okay, then it's just because it's either low probability or I'm actually okay with that now. A little bit, well, yeah. Well, not if it happens like hours in a row, but I am a little bit. This one should not be missed, in all honesty. If I actually am honest, the moment I put DTT on and I have this root candle, and I'm not saying it. I said it. We have a BPR here. We've got trend line liquidity here. And when it rejects here, but then again, how do you enter? Right? You have this. There's no retest. It's just entering and just you put your stop loss. Okay, so this is 1235. What do you do if you use the root candles? You can, if you enter here on the tab and it goes up, you market order in because you don't have any retest, right? And then you put your stop loss right below the root candle. Your root candle is your premium and discount. That's how you can use those root candles. So you don't have to always, because now we're sort of like, how do you enter when you are already halfway, for example, and we're going, for example, okay, it looks bullish now because we have created trend line liquidity, right? Now, Where's the 312? I want to show you guys something. We've been going down all. This is very interesting. I didn't even see that. I was looking at it. I do want to point something out. Let me quickly do that on gold, the daily. Again, I just want to make sure that if this is the IPTA. I don't know, people that trade ICT know IPTA, right? The 20-day look back. How many days do we have in the month left? What date is it today? 27. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more days left. Got a fair value gap here with liquidity. Event horizon, midpoint. So it will use. We're now in discount of the IPTA 20-day. So either it's going to take out some liquidity, which most likely will be here then, right? And then either go back up in the range, or it's just going to melt down, taking all these levels here. But we are in discount on the IPTA 20-day on gold. But this, if you look at this daily candle, it doesn't look like it's going to go. And we have a, let me just mark this order block, by the way. It's interesting. I want to mark this order block. The midpoint here, where are we? Are we going to reject from this one? It's always good to stare at something. Suddenly you see something like, oh, let me look at that. Half, where are you? Midpoint. It's the midpoint of the body. It's right over here. Oh, look at that. What a coincidence. Right in the middle of the end walk as well. So 40, 2, 4. Let's see, we stay below that. 40, 24. Did I calculate it correctly? Yes, I'm just doing the bodies. That works for me. I don't know if anyone else does it differently. Exactly the midpoint. Isn't that amazing, guys? It's so fascinating. 40, 24. Well, I guess if we are above that level, 40, 24. We can say we're going into the opening range gap again. We might go all the way back up to the opening range. 40, 24. Okay. 40, 24. That's right over here. I thought it was exactly the midpoint, but it doesn't matter. And the opening range gap is here. God, but it's difficult to trade. It's not easy to trade, I think. Choo, 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 choo. it's really, if you look at the price action, especially on gold, it's just, you only have a few good entries, right? If you really want to have a solid entry and risk reward wise, it was really, you take and you know, the thing is actually, if you think about it, it doesn't really create a lot of valid PD arrays. So actually, you really need to start looking for those and then mark them. And when it hits them, you just have to pull the trigger, I guess, and then have to be very fast so your risk reward is still very solid. But if you wait too long, you just don't get the like a second chance, so to speak, right? So for example, this was one right here. And then this one was one using the DTT levels, right? And then up to, I would say, the envelope. But then again, I mean, now we're again in a bullish PD array. So are we going up? Well, look at this trend line liquidity. Well, it looks like it, right? And we have but looking at the higher time frame, I wouldn't be too sure. The only thing that is holding me back is this higher time frame. It's just, I'm just looking at this, and that's why I'm just not sure about the short, about the long. You see what I mean? Oh, we've got the first percent. Hey, we've got the first percentage fair value gap of the afternoon session. Let's see if it rejects straight from it. Here we go. Is it gonna go down? It might give a nice, so boom into it, downwards movement. So, oh, we engulfed this one already. Let's see. Patience might be rewarded. We might get more clarity on the first percentage of the PM session is the first percentage fair value gap after 130. So we did not have any fair value gap. So 130 printed. We actually had a beautiful, look at that. Let's see how price is going to react here. Beautiful little volume imbalance. Look at that. Wow. So it's tricky, right? If you look at this 1 minute structure, we went below an inversion here. We went below, we disrespected one fair value gap, but we're going up again. We have still, so how do you read this? No, honestly, I mean, you disrespect some. You're going to create 3 different highs to be taken out later on at some point. You see, it's just, look at this here. I mean, is that bullish or bearish? It looks very bearish to me. You just keep hitting this 25%. Ugh, it's nasty. It's nasty price action. Let's see. Okay. We'll give it another. Let's see what happens to 2 o'clock. Interesting. It is not as convincing to the upside either, isn't it? Oh, I'm talking about gold, by the way. Let me quickly change my. And I was looking at the wrong chart. Okay, gold. So this is the imbalance that I marked out, and it's sort of like we're above the first presented, we are above the imbalance, so you would think we are going to go up, right? And look at this 1 hour candles now are becoming bullish. Still starting to form a bullish and Q is just going up again to the next level. Gosh, 25.90. I mean, it's not going to take long before we're at 26,000, right? This is crazy. Okay, I guess NQ is NQ is a better play for the. It's just going to go up anyway, so I guess. 964. 964. Oh, well, you're both so boring to be. You both are. Or are we topped out here? Q. Is it the top? 962. Are you the top? Here we go. 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 Okay, are we really going back up on gold? I'm just trying to figure out if this is if the low is in, and if it's a long from here. Um, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I think NQ is the better place. So let's focus on NQ, guys. I think NQ is just going up, right? And let's use DTT, see if we can get a good look at that. Beautiful. Go to the 1 minute. What time is it? 150. 150 macro. Okay. 150 macro. If we use DTT, just need to find a solid entry. 46. That was a retest of this fair value gap. So technically it's 4 minutes before a macro, right? Would you enter that? Is it inside macro? Can you enter it? Or would you wait for a macro to start? I would wait for days like this for a macro. But on the other hand, most of the times on days like this, it runs without, not in the macro, and it just takes out the liquidity in the beginning or the end of a macro, right? Rejection block in the macro. I would enter here. Let's see. Now this wick. Okay, it already disrespected it. I just want to measure it, but just create it. See, it's created another line. Now I definitely think we're going higher, and a level that I've got two levels that I had marked out a few other days. So it's 25,964 and 2622. So 25,964 and 26,022. I'll quickly check some other things. 25,992. Okay, 25. Okay, 25. Okay, let's do some calculations from. I go to the 5 minute. I see a nice bullish structure here. So I'm gonna okay, AMD and accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? That's beautiful. But now what can we do to calculate this move? Like say let's take 2.5. We got it's the wrong way. Why? Now I like to see that 125 to get a retracement, and then take it back up to 2.5, maybe even 4. So I love to see when I get a retracement at 125, because that means for me, so I use the 125 a lot in my FIB levels on NQ. And if I see a retracement on 125, it's for me a confirmation that we're not done with the move yet. So now I'm going to look for a bearish breaker. Where's the bearish? The bullish breaker is exactly the first percent fair value gap. So if I would get a retest right over here, I'm getting in heavy. This is my trade. Bullish breaker activated in this candle. Now we want to retest of that bullish breaker. Now let me mark it properly. We have a first percentage fair value gap in that area. So this is what we call we have a fair value gap, but also a first percentage. I don't know if it's really, I think ICT doesn't want to really call this a unicorn. I think something else was actually meant to be a unicorn, but we call it a unicorn set. We think this is a unicorn. So we want retest in this area, preferably this fair value gap, because it's a bullish breaker, it's been activated, it's my 1.5. Now I only need time. I need time to line up, and that's a little bit maybe too much to ask on a day like this, but this is the trade now for me. And now I have some logic to it, I have a framework, and but again, if it doesn't retest it, I cannot take it, right? Because I need a retest of my breaker, not my breaker, my unicorn. You're a cute little unicorn. You're so cute. But now look what's happening. We need a retest. Then we get in. I'm getting in then. But it might take a while. And if not, then it's just not, we're not going to take it at all. So just let it go. Hey, Sina. Yes, NQ is designed. It is today, well, not only NQ, also gold is designed. It's a total destroy algo, and the FU algo is out. Yeah, it's horrible. But hey, let's see. We just want one trade, and we just framed this trade on. Am I on the wrong? Do you guys see that screen? Let me just double check if you see the same screen. Yes, my unicorn. You have a breaker. Let me go to the 5 minute. But now, if it doesn't give the retest, we cannot enter because it just goes. It does exactly. It did retrace from the 125, which is which is sort of like works for me when I use this way of calculating the fib. But hey, it is a struggle today, definitely. But hey, we're not giving up, right? Maybe we have one chance today. So let me go to the 5 minute. You do need to zoom out a little bit on days like this, right? You do need to zoom out. But the beauty of this is that you have a first percentage fair value gap also in this breaker. So let's see. But it looks like it's already going up, right? It's no bueno. We do have a little bit of a retest here, but that's exactly at the 150, but it's not good enough for us. We don't want that. We want a better. Well, I'm happy to hear. I'm not happy to hear that other people are struggling, but I'm not the only one. So I'm to doubt. Now I don't doubt myself. But NQ is designed. Yes, NQ is designed to take everyone out today. It is on full destruction mode. So we're not going to put our money on the line, guys. Not our live accounts, or if we do anything, it's either paper or sim. Okay. We're not going to lose any money today. Right? If it's money, it might be, we just use 1% of our evaluation so we can still make it back tomorrow or whatever. But we're not going to, do whatever. I mean, I cannot, tell people what to do, but I mean, just it's not a day for to maximize your leverage on your funded or your live account. It's just really a paper trade or evaluation. We can YOLO a little bit on an evaluation, but it's still not worth it, I think. If I may be honest. I already took 4 losses on my challenge. Now I'm in short in EU on my live account. Why are you on your live account? You took already 4 losses. That's not good, Sina. You should not do that. It should be the other way around, right? I mean, if you took 4 losses, you should not touch your live account. Please, no, get out. Be careful. I don't know EU. I don't know how the market is going, but I can imagine that everything is a little bit um, hostile, so to speak. I would call it hostile in a way. Look at it. Is it not even wants to go to the unicorn? This is really difficult because technically, yes, it does retest the. Okay, Sina, let me. This is totally normal. I mean, the market is designed for you to. You're in a loop, and you know what you need to do. You really need to get out of that trade and walk away, or journal that your losses. What really helps. I made a video on it. You need to walk away either. That's one. So your cortisol levels have to go down because you're sort of like in a fight flight thing. You want to fix what's been wrong, and we do that by going back into a trade. You think I'm going to fix what's wrong, but it doesn't work. You either have to walk away. Your cortisol levels need to go down because your brain needs to get back to neutral. It's your amygdala starts like firing up and everything, and the markers are designed for us to get into that stage. So it's all it has nothing to do with you being unable to. It's not even discipline. It's biology. So and we all fall for it. I fall for it sometimes as well. If I don't walk away, you just saw me quickly mark up my losing trade, even though it was a paper trade. But why? It closes the loop. So if I journal my paper trade loss, my brain closes that loop. So I don't need to get back into the market to fix that mistake, because it is sort of like how the brain, how we are wired. So you really need to walk away, or you just need to either journal that losing trade, and then you don't. You'll and it's really hard to do that, especially journaling while the market is open, because you think I'm going to miss a trade. You might just not miss another loss, but really you're stuck in the loop right now. You wanna solve the issue that it means I have to solve the mistake right now that I made. But the market, it's not the time for that right now. And I really don't want. I feel I just it's a live account. It's you need to keep that alive. It's not the day for your live account, really. Please. I don't know about EU. I cannot say that. But if it's not going, you're just please. I just want you to close it and just walk away. Get your sandwich and just hang out with us. That's why I'm also, in all honesty, that's why I'm also hanging out here, because for me, obviously I want a good trade, but I think it's also it helps me, by the way, as well, going over the trades. But I think, and that's why I also started the Discord. To do some more, like, help each other with the mental side of trading, and especially these moments. I just, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's just the market, and it's just really hard if you, the markets are just a mirror of yourself, of your deepest, of the things that you're battling. I'm battling with patience. That's the thing that I really have to battle on. And sometimes I fall victim to it still. The market shows all the things you still need to work on, and there's no hiding away from it. It's just it's the best reflection of us. I'm going to populate the psychology factor, and I don't even have to put in things of my own, but just from a few things from YouTube that you can listen. It's all for free, and they're so good. And just listening to them sometimes already helps. But yeah, just hey, listen, we might get the retest. And patience is just, once you get rewarded for your patience, and that's why, yeah, thanks. I'm just, and and just let me know tomorrow if you would have looked, just, Sina, promise me that you're out now, but look what would have happened if that trade would not have been closed. You might have a winning trade. I want to say I don't hope so. Well, actually, I do hope so, but I just, and just watch the market and paper trade just for now, and just just go over, because paper trading really in days like this, guys, really it helps, and especially you start identifying low probability scenarios faster, and that's for me now also easier to stay out of it. And now, okay, this is the only setup that I have for now. That is, if it touches this area, if the breaker, and then that's a retest, then it's a valid trade. But if not, it's not. And we're not touching anything. Gold is already, for me, I mean, I'm not touching gold anymore. I mean, that's just really horrible today. Even though it goes up, I just don't like the way how it's running. But yeah. And the problem is, if it doesn't retest it, it could go up a little bit to here, to 175 or 1.5, and then slam down. So that's why the risk is just not, it's just not good enough. We cannot take it, because we cannot really, yeah, Sina, it doesn't, if you don't take a win, it's more important to not lose than take a win at this moment, because the market is designed for us to just take our money. It's just really, it's so low probability. It really is. How does it feel to be out of that trade? Does it really give you a form of relief maybe now, if you're honest? Are you sort of not relieved that you're out, that you don't have the stress of it anymore? You have to think of these days, today's not the day that I'm going to make money. Today's maybe a day that I'm going to learn something. And if you start to really think about that in that way, it really helps as well. It really taught me also to appreciate days like this more. And I really don't mind. I mean, obviously I want to make money every day, but it's just not possible. Oh, you passed your evaluation last week. Let me read what you wrote. I passed my last week, got my new live credentials 3 hours ago, so this was out of, yeah, I get that. Yeah, actually the best thing to do when you have a new live account, don't touch it for 1 day, just let it rest. That's actually a tip that someone told me, and I try to do that, but doesn't always, I don't do that all the time, but I do. If I have more funded accounts, then I always leave the one that's new, just let it rest 1 day. Just you get out of that excitement. The excitement is just not. Hey, Bill Clinton, hello. What an honor. Are you still able to trade? How are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. We are very patient here, Bill. We're just waiting for if a setup comes to us, and if we can trade it. So the unicorn is just sitting there, and you know what? I think the horn needs to does it. Maybe I should. Oh, hold on. I'm so stupid what I'm doing now, you guys. If I tell you guys that you're gonna laugh at me, you probably already know. I was on my OBS screen and I tried to move my unicorn on my OBS screen. Didn't move, obviously. Like, why does it not move? There you go. We want the candle to just touch the unicorn. I guess is it? Do you call? Is it a? Is this a? How do you call this actually? Is it the unicorn or the corn? the whole animal, we call the whole animal a unicorn, right? But how do you call this little thing? The horn. But it's not really a horn. It's a corn. Okay, well, you know, when I get when it's price action like this, I'm getting really like I'm gonna say weird stuff. Like when I get bored a little bit of price action. Um, oh, you want to? Well, I actually only use silver on for SMT with gold, but I actually don't chart it really in the sense that I trade it. But I could have a look at the charts while we are waiting for. Are you are a silver trader, I guess? So do you also trade gold, Mr. Clinton? I can have a look at gold, silver. It's always good to look at other. Let's change. Oh, you see, gold is now slowly moving up into the N word again. I'm going to use this chart because then it's populated with the same things that I want to see. Mm, 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 mm. Why is it not showing silver? Oh, here you go. Wow. Well, the only thing that I can say of silver is a nice. Interesting. So I use the 10 o'clock a lot because it is, especially on NQ, and I'm just curious why it exactly did that. Let me also go on the higher time frame to silver so I can. Uh, okay, this is exactly what I was looking for on gold, guys. Exactly what I was looking for on gold. This is the event horizon, and the event horizon is between two NWORKs, and I call it ping pong Monday. Why? Because, and it has not happened on NQ but on silver it did. So you see this level, you go up, and then you can safely take it to the event horizon, which is exactly here, and you can see that silver is starting. So this is what you do on Monday and Tuesday, and you use your NWORKs, and you can ping pong between these levels. Now the question is on silver. Are we going to go over this level and going to go up to this? Or are we going to ping pong back into the range back to here? Now, but this is exactly, this would have been a trade for me if I would see this and it would move up. That was exactly what I was looking for on gold, but it did not really occur. I mean, and you see the event horizon, how beautifully the bodies are not going over it, right? It's just staying below the event horizon. So the question is silver going to stay in this range? Let me mark the. It looks like it's going to go back down. Let me mark the OTE levels. I'll look at to something else on. So if we take this full range on the 1 hour chart, we are over 50%. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we go a little bit higher here. This is the golden zone, right? Because and we're still below the order block. But we technically could also go in the midpoint of this order block, which is still 79. We still would be valid to go further back down. But if we calculate the whole range, we have much more room to go to the upside, right? We could even go here. So even little there's an imbalance here. I would like to see what I would do on this one here. I would take I would calculate the midpoint. Let me take this out of here. What I would do, if it would go up over this level, I would calculate the midpoint of this order block here. I'll just do the bodies, just half the midpoint to see, okay, is it going to go over? And then I will go at the lower time frame a little bit and just mark the halfway point. And quickly look how NQ, did we miss? I don't want to miss the NQ. No, we're still good. So this is the midpoint here, right of this order block. Now we go to the 15. We can go to the 30-minute. What do we have? Any PD arrays where you can see here beautifully? You have like a little gap here as well, right? You see this little gap here. That will be a point of interest, which is also, well, it's exactly the midpoint of that 1 hour order block, which makes sense. I would be more interested because this one was exactly the 79% level. So I would also be interested in this little volume imbalance here on the 15-minute. But yeah, this is what I call ping pong Monday and Tuesday. Exactly that you hit this and you take it to the event horizon. And it's easy to populate this, guys, if you use the NWalk or NDog from Kryptonite or the NWalk, this one. And the only thing that you need to do, show event horizon. This is the midpoint of 2 NWalks. Why? They are just very important points of liquidity, nothing else. It's just gaps. They're just gaps. And the market doesn't do anything else than balances out imbalances, which gaps are, or creates liquidity or takes liquidity, right? Because low resistance liquidity to the downside, or high resistance, high resistance liquidity, what we had on gold, is just to create liquidity. But the weird thing is that we also have high resistance now to the upside. So, but that's it. So, see, this would be in a trade for me, and I would just take it up to the event horizon. You saw me take an L on gold when I tried to do that to the downside, right? I tried to do that. But this is normally what you see on Monday. N-walks, it's just, and it's because it's ranging between, and it uses those N-walks a lot. So for silver, I would just mark these levels and see if it goes over this level. Then you have an N-walk here, a fair value gap, and you just want to see how far it will go into this N. I will mark this N-walk as well. Just grade this. Here you go. If it does even go up there, but I do see it. And then this will be your, if you want to stay bearish, you don't want it to go over the midpoint of this order block. And yeah, that's how I would feel with silver. At this point, you just have to really wait to see what it's doing here. If it gets, I guess this is time to also look if we have, I would look at, if it's 230, I would look for SMT with gold. So let me go to gold. You see what they're doing, both of them. So both in the 15-minute. So if you see S&T, now this is already, gold is in a fair value gap already. Well, they both are, technically, but they did not take out, let me see, this one is Monday, 27th October, again the same one, 27th October. Okay, so gold took out 27th October, silver did not, so you need to watch that, okay? If silver is going to go down here and it's 230 and it's already going down, then we might have SMT, and then you have I think you have a valid short trade with silver. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, that was interesting to see, by the way. Thank you for asking that, Mr. Clinton. But then again, you have to watch if everything starts going up, if this one goes up as well, because look on gold, we have a nice little volume imbalance, and the 10, you saw on silver that we hit the 10 o'clock, right? Now, if we start going up and go over the midpoint of this annual, it's highly probable that gold will also hit this 10 o'clock level and go all the way up into this level here. It will just follow. It's just a little bit weaker than silver, I guess. So you see exactly they're doing the same thing. So I would think gold is going to go up to this level as well. Just going to go to this little imbalance. Going to fill this N wall again and then just go to the 10 o'clock, just like silver did. I am not in a gold long, but I do think now I went over silver to Seeker, and I'm going over the price action. I do think it's a long until, like I said, silver went already into the 10 o'clock, and I do think that gold. I find it a bit weird to to say it with so much. I do think that we're going to go into this level. Um, yeah, silver took that level already. But on the other hand, if we have SMT, it also could be SMT and that they are both a valid short because this level here has been taken by silver, this high. So it's actually, if I look at it, on the other hand, it's a valid SMT. So let's see at 230 what happens, right? Because silver is already over the 27th October level. And then Q naught, and this is the midpoint of the N walk. So actually, to be honest, True Seeker, I would be more happy if there's SMT with silver, and then they both go to the downside. Let me put silver here because I think it's important to watch. I think this might be the SMT what we're looking for. So you see here. See, and the pink, it's this pink. I love this. If I see this, I'm very excited because I think, oh, here we go, the ping pong. This would have been this was what I was looking for with the gold trade, a ping pong between the NWOG and the event horizon. And this could be our SMT. So we just have to wait 9 more minutes. So it's a lot of time, to be honest, but nothing we can do about it. But this might be a valid SMT. And then look at this. Oh, there's a lot of wicks though, but are we going to reject even if it will go down? In all honesty, if it will go down, you have to consider these wicks as rejection blocks, right? So it might get into here, go back up, but then might go further down, but it's not going to go down in one straight line, but it might go down. I am not so sure of a long anymore on gold, to be honest. But let's see. If we have SMT, I would rather go on a short. See, it's exactly this point. See, we got a rejection block here as well. But we need to get higher into this rejection block. Let's see. Okay. I think MQ the unicorn. Oh, look at that! It's nothing. Yeah, this is guys. This is just untradeable. This is really. Where would you enter, right? Where would one enter on this trade? It doesn't retest the breaker. It doesn't retest the. Did we ever retest on the 1 minute? Not really. No retest at all. No retest at all. So I guess the only retest that we might have is the gold and the. Let's have a look if we get the 230 SMT. But it looks already bullish, right? Look at here. If it goes back up, then if you're long, I would. This was exactly also the 10 o'clock. The 10 o'clock silver price was here, so I took it out already. And silver could go up into this fair value gap, right? Into this area here to the midpoint. And then if they both start running, then I think it's a safe bet to take this up as well. And we have first percentage fair value gap here. See that? And go our first percentage on the 5 minute. And we have our opening range gap. Well, let's see around 2:30. I think that's a good time to monitor it. Interesting. Bill, I hope that helped. I'm not a silver trader, so but I'm quite in. It looks pretty nice to me, to be honest. But I just use it for confluence. So oh, thank you for subscribing. Whoever subscribed, I don't see the. I can't see who would who subscribed, but thank you. I appreciate it. I really do, and I'm truly excited for everyone who's been on this journey with me. But now I'm gonna wait till 2:30 to see if we have SMT, and then I guess the NQ long is out of the door. I'm not interested anymore. Yeah, it's either we're just swapping between NQ and between gold and. Does anyone besides Bill Clinton trade silver and gold? Who trades gold also trades silver? I'm quite curious actually. And how do you find it? This is so weird. My computer is not doing anything. We're just watching gold now to see if we have any SMT with silver because we can't find a good trade. Any retest on NQ. NQ is just going up, but then again, where are you going to enter? Where are you going to have your stop loss? I think it's valid. I mean, we're not interested in low probability trades. We try not to do that. No, we're not. So today I actually got a big compliment from, it was on the AM session and I didn't know. So there was, I think he was a new, I never saw his name before. And he says, you look like, what was it, from Stranger Things, Bill, well, anyway, I just Googled Stranger Things and then Bill's mom. And it was Winona Ryder. And I think that was a very big compliment. I never saw. So apparently I look like Winona Ryder with my glasses on. I don't see it, but I think that was a compliment, and I had no idea who was talking about, but I was really curious. And yeah, I guess good lighting. Good lighting does a lot. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What time is it now? 2:27. 3 more minutes to go. Let's see. We get SMT. I love these event horizons and those end walks, and especially on Monday and Tuesday. They're so powerful. It looks like they're just going to go up both, right? to be careful because if I look at this screen, it's always behind. Yeah, looks very bullish again. I do believe that the SMT on the half and the full hours are the most powerful ones. I noticed that when I do it on the quarters, sometimes they fail more often than not. Not always. Sometimes they're valid. It's just less. It just happens less than when they're on the hourly. Even though I always use the 15-minute to get some buy, but apparently there are lower time frame SMTs that are very valid as well. But I sort of limit myself, I guess, to the 15-minute. I don't know. Does anyone else uses a different time frame for SMT? I mean, how low would you go for SMT, which is valid according? I think 5-minute SMT can be good as well, right? Sometimes, but just wonder. Uh-oh. Yeah, and it probably just goes up again. So again, you have nothing to go on. It just doesn't give us anything, guys. Just doesn't really. Probably not SMT. They probably both go up. So, well, I guess then it's long. How many points is that? I mean, on gold, if you pass the midpoint of mm, Sunday, bloody Monday, boring Monday. Is it time? Oh, it's time. Oh, technically we have a SMT now. But then we want to see price moving down. Oh, by the way, it's a 4 hours. I've totally forgot to look at the new 4-hour candle, which is very important. Let's quickly do that. We need to look at the 4-hour. Oh, look at that. Uh-huh. So on gold, this was the midpoint, right? You see how that order block 15.25.80 is holding. We don't want price. We're bullish if it goes over the 40.25. But look at silver, it's already starting to, looks also bullish. 40.25, 40.26. Let's say 40.26 is 40.26, then we have to go, we cannot be bearish anymore. Let me put it that way. Yeah, we're just going to check this S&T, and if it doesn't give us anything, guys, then we're just going to leave it at that. Ooh, are you bearish now? I don't trust you at all. I don't trust it at all. So the order block, the midpoint of that order block is sort of like it's a little bit. Hmm. Yeah, it's not really a large displacement, so it's a little bit difficult to take anything from, right? I don't think we'll get any. I think price action is just going to stay like this. So I actually would think it's better just to call it a day for today. I don't think we're going to get anything juicy, and even though we might get, it's still a little bit risky. So I think I might do some work in the Discord, start populating the some channels because I have a lot of ideas what I want to do with it. So, but I need to start working on that as well. Thanks to Eugene, he set the rules up and the permissions and the rules, so I can now start populating it. So I think I would rather do that than spend time in this market, which is just very low probability, guys. So yeah, so join us in the Discord. It's all free and it's just an extension of this to in order to look at that nice distribution to the downside. But it's just an extension to be able to communicate better, to share documentation, and to yeah, just if you want to build a community, I guess for here I can only broadcast and I can you guys can type, but you cannot really talk, but there, we can go, we can create our own voice channels and stuff like that. So, but hey, it's for the, I'm just 2 months in, and we already have such a sense of community. But it is just the structure is there, and it's just going to grow organically. So don't expect too much, but the structure is there, and slowly this week things will be populated. But feel free to jump in if you wanna hang out, whatever, and we have some nice ideas for the future. And it's all free, and it will stay free. Education needs to be free. So that's how I see it. Yeah, it's just one displacement to the downside. Okay, I'll just look. You know what? I'm just gonna keep looking at it because we did have SMT at 230. I was bearish on gold, so maybe let's see. I'll watch it, and then it's. I want to work a little bit. I want to do some work on the Discord server so I can get some more valuable stuff in there. And I'll start with the psychology stuff. And I'll take it from there. Yeah, no, it's not. You know what? It's not going to do anything. So it just fools you, right? It makes you fool. So if I may give some advice, guys. Oh, yeah, it looks very nice. It looks nice, though. It looks nice. If it goes out of that N walk, it might be nice because we do have S&T. It's 136, but it needs to get out of the N walk. And important, this should not be working as a rejection block. So that means this wick, it must not reject at the bottom of the N walk, which is very highly likely because we've got a wick here as well. Yeah, it's just low probability still. And you see here, again, I'm just I'm just pushing on the wrong screen. I'm seeing the same screen, but I'm just not pointing it out on the screen. It's sort of dumb. So what I was saying is like you don't want this to be a rejection block, which is now technically if it is a rejection block now, it might be liquidity later, right? But you see it rejecting here, right? And it's just creating an equal low, triple low now. So you want this to be taken out, but then the question is, it might take out, be careful, but because you still have this wick, it did not go into the wick, it just created another low equals. So if it takes it out, it might not go further than this in this area here, because this is a rejection block then. You might get another sweep to the upside and then it might go down, but it's going to be very wicky. So Yeah, let's see what it does. Well, there is movement. I guess the S&T is valid, right? There we go. Now the bodies need to go outside the. Wow, this is very bearish now. Whoa, it took liquidity. It didn't even. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Do you have a change in state of delivery? Go to the 5 minute. Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah. Retest. Hmm. Ah, I might get interested in the trade maybe. Uh, I'm gonna get rid of the silver because I think the S&T is valid. I think that until now, until if we don't go back up, it's the S&T is valid from 130. So then we don't need silver. Let me put on the 4 hour. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I still have this area in because silver went to it. 3964. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be bold. This is still a paper. I think I'm getting in. I'm gonna give it one more try. Very micro gold, obviously. Okay. The TP is still gonna be this level all the way down here. Hey, what happened? It's a long way down, but I think because all this high resistance, it's gonna be low resistance to the downside. It's gonna be at some point you'll get the low resistance move. But let's see. You don't as this is a very important point. You don't want it to see hang out here. My stop loss is going to be midpoint, just above the midpoint. I can ground myself a little bit because it's a 500 ticks move. Why the S&T? We did not make it to the midpoint of the fair value gap. We're below the midpoint of the order block. We're below the midpoint of the N walk, the S&T. So I've got 3 confluences. That's when I get interested. But in order to enter my own account, I need one more. I need 4 or 5, especially on days like this. And when is it? Time. And maybe even something else, but I'll figure it out along the way. But this is getting interesting for me now. This is getting very interesting. That was my micro gold. There we go. What time is it now? Yeah, I'm 2-1. I'm gonna quickly go to my DTT. Here we go. Nothing yet. I'm just interested because we didn't meet the midpoint of that order block, S&T. It's still a little bit, if I look at this is also an order block. I don't like this one though. I'm not going to enter until we are below 4012. So I have to wait to the macro because I needed to. We're already disrespecting this root candle. We are disrespecting the first presented, I believe, if I'm correct. Let me see, where's the first presented of the 130? Where are you on the 1 minute? Okay, you're going. This was the inversion. Well, this is an important level here. I want this to. Okay, there we go. See, it's not going below this one, but we're not done yet. Now, technically, I can bring my stop just above the midpoint of the root candle, because technically when we go back into over the root candle, it invalidates the trade. So actually I could, this is premium discount. If we go over this, let me just put it here, so the wicking, technically that invalidates my trade. So I'm going to bring it here. This is how I also use the root candles. Still not in. I really want this order block to be disrespected, which is the midpoint. So I'm looking for more validation, which I normally don't do, but I might already be stopped out on this one here if it goes over the midpoint of the. There we go. Low probability, guys. Love paper trading on days like this. I didn't lose any money. No money lost. But then again, if it goes down, that meant my stop loss was on a day like this. It should have been, in all honesty, it should have been above it, not midway, because it uses the whole. That was not a smart move of mine on my behalf, on my part, because it could still go down, right? So my stop loss should have been above the whole, above this. Because it still is bearish as long as it doesn't go over the root candle. Are you still on a long, True Seeker? Are you still long on gold? I think it's just going to stay low probability. You see, it got me with that one move. Again, it's just, you see, it works that way. It just fools you with one nice move. But we did have S&T, so that was got me a little bit excited, I guess. But I guess. Oh, you're still in the long. Okay. We're fading each other. I hope you're right, because I'm just paper trading. I think you might be. I guess on days like this, S&P also doesn't mean much, right? And especially if silver is going to go up as well at some point, it validates the S&P. Yeah. I wanted to see if it would hit the second 30-minute fair value gap. The second 30-minute fair value. You mean on the below? Yeah, it looks bullisher to me than bearish now. It's still on an uptrend, right? 30-minute. Oh, you mean you want to go all the way to the upside, but I think it will hit the 10 o'clock mark, which is also a little imbalance on the 13 on the 15 minute. Is the open price of the 10 o'clock candle, I think is a valid point of interest. I mean, it's the 10 o'clock of every candle, right? 1 hour, the 4 hour, and specifically it's a 4 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to hit that with the imbalance there. 10 o'clock, silver hit the 10 o'clock. So if it will go up, I think it's going to go all the way up into the end walk. But on the other hand, we are already in. If I look at the IPTA 20-day range, I'm like, yeah, this looks. Does it really want to go all the way back up there, or is it just retracing to go further down? I don't know. It's just a little bit confusing to me. But hey, look, it looks very bullish to me in a way. It looks bullish. It looks bullish. It looks bullish. And also what you can do, what ICT taught us, is use these wicks. Use these long wicks. They're very valuable. There's a lot of information in these wicks. Why am I taking this longest one? I think because he said the longest one. That's the biggest gap. I'm still trying things out with these things as well. Now you see what's so interesting now, that this wick ends is exactly the 1/3 level, and we're exactly hanging on that level right now. So this is a very interesting level where we're at right now, right here. So 1/3 of a daily fair value gap, but it's also the bottom of one wick, which is also a point of, even though it's an old low, it's a reference point for the algorithm, and you see it's sort of like it retraced back from it, right? And that's what my confusion is when I say, oh, it didn't hit the midpoint. No, it just hit a previous low here, right over here. So, and you see it exactly reacting here. And this is the high. This low here is exactly the high of this low. So this low of this wick is exactly the high. Let's go to the low of this wick. You see that? It is exactly where the bodies don't go over that. So all these points of low, these wicks are points of interest. And the moment it starts going into it, you can use that also as those discount wicks become also points of, you can use them as premium and discount, right? That's what ICT told in his last lesson. They're very powerful, and I'm just, that is just such an amazing, that information. But now the only thing that I don't know is that which one should I use, this one or this one? I would say maybe this one is a little bit close. You just have to try at some point and just see if price goes up, where's it going into? Now the daily ones, apparently he uses the daily on his video, so let's see if there's a daily one. Oh, there is a very large one. Wow, look at that. Let's use this big boy. Here we go. But that's a long way up. Wow, that's a long way. That is 25%. Well, let's say if are we going to go up to 25%? I would say now if we're going to go up, we're going to go maybe even here. I'm getting bullish now, to be honest. This can go now. Yeah. Using this wick, especially my 1/3 level. I love these 1/3s. 40.52. First percent fair value gap. 40.44. It's on the 5 minute. Let's see if we go back to the 1 minute here. We're going to get a low resistance on that. The 1 minute, obviously, the 50. Okay, also the top. Okay. And then we go into it. Yeah, this looks interesting now because these wicks are very powerful. I mean, it's just I've been using it a few times last week, and I got my best trade, my gold trade from it because it was it's a reversal area. But I just don't like it so high. I would rather have it a little bit. Let's see on the board. On the 4 hour makes sense. So let's see if this book is. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. I wouldn't go for all. I would rather. Oh, it's the same. Look, 0.5 is exactly the same as the 0. It's exactly the same. Do you see that, guys? This is so. I find this so fascinating. You see these. The only thing that is lower is the 0.25. That's below the first presented. But look, 0.33 is exactly also above that. Is a 25% level of the daily that was above the. It's the exact level. Look here. 40.45. Let's go back to the daily. Was it exact? 40.45. Let's see. Where's the daily? The long one. We need the long one. Here you go. Now, technically, what I've learned, and I'll show you. Is it correct? 40.42. But if you have a wick like that, right? You have a body, you have to lower it a little bit because this wick has been mitigated. Okay. 40.43. Okay. Well, anyway, I would not even take it higher than this level. But you know, it's just not going higher now. Are we missing something? Is there something else we don't have? We got an inversion here. Let me see. It might just do it in the last in the power hour and just go just go nuts, just wake everybody out. So I'm not even interested in engaging. But you do have an interesting here. Look at this one. That's in this only one you have. That's where we're now. We're now. We're not even in this area. But this area is very interesting. You see, for a long. Yeah, True Seeker. I mean, I'm just not going to engage anymore. But if you're still in a long, look at these areas. You're in the 4 hour. I mean, I think you already mentioned that one, right? You are even holding up. You want to go into this area? Well, you said 30-minute, I believe. So let me check on the 30-minute. It might be that. Yeah, here you go. Exactly that one. Yeah, I mean, I would go. Yeah, I love my 0.33. 40.50. I think that 40.50, somewhere between 40.44. Let's take the midpoint, 40.47-ish. Yeah, interesting. I think that's if you're already in, I think that's a very valid area to take it to. But hey, it's gonna be it's a nasty ride. I mean, it's a nasty price action. So I'm gonna leave it here. There's nothing to do anymore. I hope DXY is dropping when it comes to GC. I like that level because my for the day has been met. Yeah, so the 40.41 exactly. So for me, it's about the 40.41 to 40.47-ish. It depends on how you calculate it, but yeah, I think that's valid. Let me just do one more check on that level. It's going to go to another screen that I have. If it's something valid. Yeah, you know, I would not even take it. You know, there is this little volume imbalance on the 30-minute and the 10 o'clock. I would be done. I mean, that's for me just good enough, I guess. But hey, listen, we just have to. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. But for now, I'm just gonna go do some things in the new Discord because I need to. I think it's good to do that. That's the point where we really build the community, right? And I want to thank everyone. And you know, guys, there will be better days. I mean, this is just Monday, and it is what it is, right? As long as we're still in the game, we're in the game, and we can still make money. And I think it's going to be it's going to be a very interesting week. Uh, so I want to thank you again for hanging out with me. And again, for the people that most London people are already sleeping now. I won't miss London tomorrow. I promise. I will be there, bright and shiny. So again, DXY, I agree, Chloe. Yeah, you know, there's nothing we can do, guys. I mean, you know, we're just going to be tricked, and if we go, we'll be really. If we get into a trade now and we lose money, it's just like, oh, it's going to be, you're going to be feeling really horrible. But True Seeker, I can imagine that you are staying in your trade. Uh, it looks bullish, I would say, but you have to sit through the motion. So, are you closing your trade, or are you waiting for a little bit of a higher level? But I think it's gonna it's gonna be very fast and nasty. But you'll get there. I'll hear it tomorrow. I wish everyone a very good day, good evening, and I'm gonna work on the Discord. And thank you guys again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Have a lovely evening. No overtrading. Ciao, ciao.